Introducing the Deep House Space. My name is Euphonia. Imagine yourself lost in a world of pulsing bass lines, hypnotic melodies, and infectious grooves. Welcome to your haven for deep house delights. Let's embark on the sonic journey together.
Hey, this is Carly Mead, and you're listening to the Deep House Space. For the love of Deep House, baby.
Deeper Shades of House, and you're listening to the Deep House Space.
space, 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 and you're tuned into the deep house space, 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 gentlemen, you are now listening to Booga the DJ, only on the deep house space. And you're tuned into the deep house space, 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 space.
entering the deep house space. My name is Euphonia. Imagine yourself lost in a world of pulsing bass lines, hypnotic melodies, and infectious grooves. Welcome to your haven for deep house delights. Let's embark on this sonic journey together.
And you're tuned into the deep house space. Miss Bongani Metomakul. The deep house space. Grace upon these platforms that expose the understood. As we enter, we breathe fire from the other side. Conquer and divide. By our rules they will abide. House music is in control. Now turns the tide. In our house, we are one. Connected with the rhythm. My name is Bongani Mehlomakulu. And you're tuned into the deep house space.
Mic check. Happy Friday, everyone. Happy Friday. Thank you for joining us on the Deep House Space. Thank you for being here. It's an absolute pleasure that you're here with us. And we're going to have another banger Friday, as we always do. Our guests, two guests already here. Myazisto already has the mic. Luigi is also here. And another guest of ours is Gusto Jazz, who's also here in the space. So, hi, I'm trying to say, so shout out to you for joining us and being here. The songs that Dupuga started off with, he played first Zulu Mafia and Atok Sounds, Always by Your Side. Then he played Usi Moody with Deep Essentials, Not the Same. And then he played another Zulu Mafia song with Earful Soul, Seventh Day. So those are the songs we started off the space with. Let's give Nkazi Zulu the mic first before we go to our guest. Nkazi Zulu, happy Friday.
Hi, Vox. Hi, Buga. Hi, everyone. Thank you so much, guys, for joining us. If you're here for the first time, please stick around. It's always a good Friday. Yeah, we always play great music, and I would like to welcome everyone, and I would like to thank everyone for joining us.
Absolutely. We thank everyone for joining us. Paul DJ, mic check.
Yo, mic check. 1 2 1 2. Shafiri. Good day, everyone. Good day. Hope everyone is good. Hope everyone is blessed. It is, of course, another Friday, another edition of the Deep House Space. You know how we always do it, most. We are the pre-party starter for everything. You know, every Friday we get to bless you with good music, new music. Every Friday with new artists, different artists, of course. Please share the space and please let others know that it is that time, of course. Exem, Pincham, umnandi mfana.
Hundreds, bro. I'm hundreds. Siyabonga umculo Paul DJ. Siyabonga kakhulu. We wouldn't be what we are if it wasn't for you. Siyabonga blind. Let's test the mic, Luigi, and then we'll go on to our first guest, which is Myazisto Luigy RSA. Mic check. Luigi, you unmuted and then you muted again. Rimeng ngamuzi Luigi.
Ya, ngimuzwa nami ntwana ngithulile tu.
Okay. Luigi, re kopa o fixe mic mo. None of us can hear you. Oh, finally.
Voxman? Okay, yeah, can you hear? I'm here, my brother.
How you doing, Vince?
Yo, I'm good, my brother. How's it?
No, but we could too. Thank you for joining us and being a guest vandaag.
Thanks, my brother, for the invitation as well.
Aye, we got you. Aye. Do that net more and then we'll be with you sooner. Shout out to Luigi. Let's go to our first guest. Myazisto. Mic check.
Show up.
Tabu zethu mfowethu.
Hey, it's been a while. It's been a while. It's mnandi. It's mnandi. It's keep on.
Nice. Sibuyile mfethu.
Yeah, I'm
Sorry
not
for
too
that.
sure if.
It is Sibuyile to this hours, to this place of ours that we enjoy. Where we play music and we have great conversations. And thank you for joining us and being a guest yet again. Before Siafair and even play some of your music, for some people that don't know Myazisto Ubani, we just share mfana kancane nje ukuthi Myazisto ubani, and also just share a little bit about your recent project, the loungy, very subtle Serenity, 2-track EP that you released before you.
Yeah, but thanks for having me. Ngathi usaphaquza nje akhangela nje.
Except Myazisto, Fede.
Shout me out. Keep on.
I'm good. Angazi, if you did you hear Vox Ubuzumbuza? I don't know if you got it.
No, ngizwanga nje ngimangele ukuthi his mic went on mute and I'm just left in the space and angizwanga lutho, so
Oh,
that's why.
apologies for that, my king. Apologies. Yazi nalento network. Vox.
Yeah, I think iphinde futhi. Myazisto uyangizwa mfethu?
Ngiyakuzwa manje. That's why
Oh.
uyabona lama network itsho lama service providers coward.
No, nakanjani. No, but bengithi please do share with us ukuthi Myazisto ubani mfethu, for people that don't know you la espacini. Then sazise kancane about the recent project,
The recent project.
Yes, yabo.
Oh, okay. No, Myazisto, I'll take Rand. He's a music guy. He just does every genre, but he's more comfortable with doing electronic music and loungy and soulful. So yeah, I'm that person. And yeah, Myazisto is a brand that was started producing with electronic music and then started exploring other genres as well. As I listed them, soulful, jazzy, yeah.
Nice, siyabonga kakhulu mfowethu, siyabonga kakhulu. Sidlala ingoma yokuqala, could you just mute the mic, ne? Udlala ingoma. And then
Fair.
sizobuya sibone ukuthi abantu bafuna ukubuza imibuzo ethile. But before you play the music, I see Lindo's also grabbed the mic. Lindo, mic check.
Hola, Fox.
Stop fading.
Mnandi wena.
Vana sikreni mfana. Bona ufuna ukusho nje early, kusase early kanje.
Mane ngibona le othi leyo Myazisto man. This guy I know ukuthi unokuba khona espacini, but I'm just interested ukuzwa nje ukuthi unani, because I've been following him I think from around about 2015 asenza ku Time and Space, and I've just followed i-journey yakhe throughout. So I'm just interested ukuzwa ukuthi usiphatheleni, because uke wathulanyana kancane, but yeah, soze ukuthi uphekeni manje.
No, simphethe vandaag. And we're gonna be playing some nice lounging music that he released. And I siyabonga ukuthi usijone Lindo futhi, siyabonga blind.
Sure, Fox.
Just to everyone, for everyone who's joined us, if you're here for the first time, you can even grab the mic. Don't be shy to come and grab the mic. The space is literally for everyone. You can come and share your thoughts with us. You can come and ask the question to the guests that we have. Don't be shy at all to come up and grab the mic. First guest is Myazisto, and then after Myazisto, it's gonna be Gusto Jazz, and then we're gonna end off today with Luigi RSA, who's released 2 singles in the past 2 weeks, if I'm not mistaken. So we're gonna play some of those tunes from him too. And for now, I think Boga is ready to play the first song from Myazisto. But let me check in. Boga DJ, are we ready with the first ngoma?
Yeah, we're good. First song that we're playing, it's the name itself of the EP, which is called Serenity. Enjoy. Azichi.
Introducing the Deep House Space. My name is Euphonia. Imagine yourself lost in a world of pulsing bass lines, hypnotic melodies, and infectious grooves. Welcome to your haven for deep house delights. Let's embark on this sonic journey together.
through the force. You are currently tuned into the Deep House space. Please do share the space, invite others, and get ready for amazing music and great conversations.
Yeah, no, we're starting off in a very easy and subtle way today. That is Myazisto Serenity from the EP titled Serenity. Let's share the mic with Kazi Zulu. Kazi Zulu, your thoughts on the way you started today?
Beautiful, very calming, soothing. I'm actually happy to see that the alternative subgenre is growing. A lot of people have started tipping into it, and it's beautiful to watch. How people are starting to diversify and kind of take us back to where we started. I really enjoyed that.
Hayi, siyabonga Kazi Zulu. Siyabonga kakhulu. Phuka ngisazwakala. Eyi ngisefemini namhlanje yazi itrain iyagijima ngapha amakhaladi ayakhuluma left and right. Ayamemeza. Ayamemeza namhlanje. But anyway, let's give the mic to Ulindo. Lindo, ubambe imaheke lapho.
Ola, Fox. Yeah, no. Just listening to Serenity. I agree with Unkazi. So I'm glad to see Uguti Myazisto has sort of like stuck to his sound yakhe, if not sort of like grow it, because bancane abantu produce our music ufana nowakhe. So yeah, I really like the sound, and I just want to know where does the inspiration comes from Myazisto, and how does he keep consistency the way that he does?
Hey, that's a tough one. That's a tough one. For me, music is too spiritual and it goes with a connection. So the minute I start playing chords, if they start making sense to me, I had that belief that the same chords will slap other people the same way they were slapping me during the process of making the song. So it's kind of inspired. Like I listen to my old sound to get more inspiration. So I'm like redoing some of the projects that I did, but they're like projects that were never released. So I just pay more attention to those projects and listen to them and see what I can change, drum patching, or use a different approach. So I'm that person that listen to most of my music. If not, I listen to other genres other than the music that I make. So I invest more time listening to other genres than listening Zenza. So yeah.
I know, no, it shows good production yakho. Ola. Vox.
Nana, siyabonga Lindo. Thank you so much. Actually had a conversation with Uvega last week. He actually mentioned something like when he makes music, he says he makes like 10 songs and then he leaves them. And then he leaves the songs. Then years later, he can go back and actually revisit the songs. So most of the songs that we actually hear now are probably songs like that are 10 years old and so on and so on. Because over the years, I guess you mature as a person, as a musician, right? And then you get to dwell into other sounds and improve, rather
100.
rather than perhaps sticking to what's happening right now. So yeah, I think that's something really good. There's just like siyabonga.
Yeah. I'm just growing in it, and I hope ngafani noTakapo. Takapo uzokushayina ngomena 15 years project file. So it's best that I'm still trying to master it.
Right, siyabonga kakhulu mfowethu, siyabonga kakhulu. We got a DJ. Next song. Are we ready for the next song?
Next song, still on the EP of Serenity. It's called AI Mundo. Enjoy.
what's up? This is Faisal. The Deep House Mix. Check it out. What's up? This is Boy Sanza, and you're listening to the Deep House Space. Check it out.
And you're tuned into the deep house space.
Yes, you tuned into the Deep House Space. Welcome everyone. We just played the second song from Myazisto featuring El Mundo, and it's got Maskid on this one. Tema Mumbizega, so Maskid. What did DJ? On the mic, club.
Hello. To those who just joined us, welcome to it, man. Welcome to the Deep House Space. Please share the space and let others know that it is that time for good music. Myazisto Shafere.
Shap kanjani, Prem?
Mnandi my king, mnandi. I mean, asiqale ngatitling yale ngoma. Mina ngithe AI. Uvox uthi El Mundio. Yeah, understand. Sayibiza ngeSmexican vele yabo. Mina ngithe AI. Uba no right, uba no wrong.
Hey, I don't know. Like, I really don't know. Because Nami, when I was searching for this title, I went to Google and I searched, like, I used the translator. Like, I just typed to the world and then it appears in Spanish that is Al Mundo. So I was like, okay, here is it. To the world. Al Mundo, that means to the world. So let me just use the title as it is. So, yeah, that's how the title came on about.
So I'm actually the one who's wrong by saying AI. Hey, I want to mark these things of artificial intelligence. It's ruining us. Yeah, for real. Because now it's also messing up the naming, you understand? Because here I am, with huge pleasure, I'm excited to pronounce the name. Kanta, I'm wrong. But anyways, but anyways, King, how has the journey been, Fana? I mean, you've been in the industry for a very, very long time, but also we know you underground, How has the journey been for you, musically, Inje?
Musically, it has been a rough journey, but yeah, I try by all means to keep on releasing music because I do have music. The only thing that I don't have is time. Aksafani, because around 2015, 2016, 17, like I had more time in my hands where I could produce and do the marketing myself. So the more you don't see me, it's because I don't have time to do the marketing the way I used to. So that is forcing me to adapt on new strategies of having influencers, investing, paying people to do some of the things that I can't do. Yeah, but so musically, it's just been a rough one. Just been a rough journey.
And with that, when am I king? You being a very, very busy person, how would you advise one Fana to be able to be hands-on with such? Because I mean, right now we have record labels, we have publishers, we have distributors, but also you mentioned something very important. You mentioned investors. Do you know? So with that, Mfana, for someone who can reach out or does have investors in fact, how do you think Uguti they would be able to solve this issue?
Yeah, it's a very sensitive issue when it comes to investors. Even though omunye umuntu angayithatha ngathi, I'm speaking against investors. I'm not speaking against, but from my personal perspective, I wouldn't advise anyone to have an investor because investors, when they put money, they do control with less of a knowledge of how the things operate. We feel Dogiona. So it's pretty much wise. Investors work it out. Even if your brand struggles, let your brand struggles. Be the first person and be the last resort, whatever happens with your brand as artist. Because investors, they have connections and the power, but they will put you on the wrong target market because they want things to happen. They want you to blow without understanding that your music is not for the mainstream. It's just it's like umculo wenzayo ngathi ungawubuka nje ukhula kahle reach out target market right ngesikhathi right, because abaningi like they tried, they invested, they invest away, but the investors turn out to be a villain at the end. And thola ukuthi akusazwana manje, I bought you studio equipment, now you have to return it. So kugcina nje kuba nedrama nje indaba nama-investors. So I wouldn't advise any up and coming artist to have investors. Rather do everything by yourself, have your own record label and register your music, try to build more network, get your music connected to the compilers, get your network. If you have friends who are working for radio stations, get your thing sorted, because like see South Africa nje, entertainment industry has been rough even on the mainstream. Manje angisho ukuthi ngikhuluma negative, sinama celebrity angena industry angakho fit mentally to handle everything. But then if you are an up and coming artist and then you invest more time on learning other things while you are pushing your material, it's good to grow. When you get things sorted at the end, you are more than ready to do everything by yourself. You don't have to hire almost the whole country to be part of your team. You just get more important people where ozabatshela ukuthi this is what I need, this is what I need, this is what I need, and that's it. Because majority bayablowa ki-industry asinamo, bayathenga amagazi asinamo, mara ekugcineni kugcina kungahlangani because of manje umuntu once akhathwe out umuntu oyi-one, uthola ukuthi manje the entire brand is struggling because of one puzzle that is missing. So investors, I wouldn't advise any up and coming to have an investor.
Hi guys, if you didn't take it notes, I know. I don't know. I don't know. Pincham, yeah, that's it for me. I don't have many more questions. I don't. You just touched on something that is very, very sensitive and deep, you know. Let's take it back to the music, mfana. Sikukumoya, angeke mfana, angeke. Mara, thank you very, very much, my king. Ngiyabonga njayami ne.
Fair.
Uyibulalile njayami, uyibulalile. Vox.
No, man, shout out to Myazisto for joining us. It's been a guest before, but it's probably been 2-3 years nyana. But ukuthi abe khona sikwazi ukudlala umculo wakhe and actually have conversations with him too. If you're in Cape Town tomorrow, we'll be at Open Wines playing the same similar tunes as Myazisto. Around about 5 Open Wine Cape Town on the Rail Street. I'll be there, and then we're just playing some nice music. Please do join us if you are available. Yazi umngane wami la Andani has never come there. Andani, Sasa, please come through. But for now, Myazisto mfethu sobuyele emuva kancane. I shared a song with Upoga, your song that you released under the Statue Sounds, Volume 3.
Oh,
Yes.
okay.
And then we're just gonna play that and send you off ngaleyo ngoma mfethu. But before you play it, any memories of that song? I mean, it's been out for a couple of years. What's your feedback of it? Abantu bathini mfethu? But wena noma uyimamela namhlanje from a song that we released 5 years ago, what do you think? Have you improved? Are you happy with where you were? Zibona kanjani for it?
Yeah, hey, box. Hey. I've always been happy regarding my catalog. I don't have any questions. Great. Like, yeah, yabona, musically, there are certain songs that might fit a particular space and time. And there are classical songs where you can release them and still bang them in the next 10 years and stuff. But yeah, and unfortunately, I'm not the one that's deciding on that. It's the audience. So yeah, for me, music has been good, and I've been doing good as well. So yeah.
I know siyabonga mfowethu, siyabonga kakhulu. The song that we're gonna play is track 10 on Statue Sounds Volume 3, compiled by Funk. Asiwe lapho, asiwe. Buga, Chango.
Aziwe.
Introducing the Deep House Space. My name is Euphonia. Imagine yourself lost in a world of pulsing bass lines, hypnotic melodies, and infectious grooves. Welcome to your haven for deep house delights. Let's embark on this sonic journey together.
Hey yo, this is your boy Chana Cameron. You're listening to the Deep House Space.
to the deep house space, 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 space,
Hi, this is Myazisto the Force. You are currently tuned into the Deep House space. Please do share the space, invite others, and get ready for amazing music and great conversations.
Yeah, no. No. Ingoma le. Ingoma and a half. Le, Myazisto. Chill and forget. It's definitely a song and a half. Let's hear some thoughts. Kazi Zulu, what's your thoughts, Kazi?
Yeah, no, like the level of creativity on that song is crazy. It's scary actually because he starts us off with like dub vibes and we're getting warmed up to that, and then you hear ululation, you hear chants, then you hear like an Asian flute. No, that was crazy. That was amazing.
So, Kazi Zulu. Let's give the mic to Lindos. Lindos.
Shosho Vox. Yeah, no.
Thoughts of it.
Hey mamele yabona la chance lawa ngiyakhala ngawo man nale flute, and so I just want to ask umyazisto ukuthi wenza ngamasibomu ukuthi most ingoma zakhe zibe ne-African influence nyana ebakhona, just that yabona i-reminder le ukuthi man akusizo izinto zale phesheya, izinto zala, yabona wenza ngamasibomu ukuthi kube khona leyo ntonyana nje encane eku-reminder ukuthi hayi lento inobu-Afrika phakathi.
Grand Sharp, I wonder if I could visit Eastern Cape with my devices to record all the songs there. I could bring a very dope album because this started like it's something that came on. I think I was scrolling on my Facebook timeline, and then I came across the clip. The first clip was Callback. Callback. I saw the clip, and I was like, "This is dope." And nobody saw a song coming out of that chant, and I just took the chant and I had to mix it, and in the show ukuthi it comes out with that vibe ukuthi these people were just singing with no intentions of getting recorded or something, but it happened that I came across the clip, and same applies to this song Ungongo. As you can hear the lyrics, the lyrical content of it, it says "Undivusela umngqongqo, undivuse ekuseni kangaka, undivusela umngqongqo." So umngqongqo could be anything. It could be a beer. It could be one round of a sex. So yeah, and it was just being me being sarcastic about it because both songs have got that humor. Ukuthi uphuma kwesisitenge zokwenzela u-callback, so they've got that humor in those chants, and then I just try to be manipulative and come with something out of them, so which I did.
Yeah, no, it shows, especially I think Callback was one of your songs that sort of like abantu ba more familiar ngayo, and you could tell ukuthi it was done deliberately because noma uyizwa nje like hey nomjide becabangani kahle kahle, but anyway, no, big ups to creativity yakho Njayami, and yeah, uqhubeke, we're still here, we'll always support your music. Sure.
Thank you, Vox. Thanks for having me, guys. Thanks.
I know.
Book, are you still here?
Yeah, we're still here. Yeah, I'm Bambili Trainee, guys. Myazisto Mpinchami, thank you very much for your presence, Mpincham. Thank you for coming to the Deep House space, blessing us with your presence, of course. Tell us, Mfana, for someone who'd like to book you, Mfana, how do we get a hold of you? For someone who'd like to do probably collaboration, work with you, how do they get a hold of you?
For collaborations, nakhona if kuzoba umuntu ozoba patient. Ungangithola myazisto@gmail.com. And for my bookings, I'm not taking any bookings. I'm still busy. I'm not available. I think I'll be free around August. And I've been rejecting bookings for some time now. So yeah.
Well, Benjamin. Probably we might have some few last questions before Hamba. Lindosh, anything from your side?
Yeah, no, bengifuna ukwazi ukuthi can we expect anything towards spring, summer, maybe another EP or something, or this is it for the year from Myazisto?
Yeah, I'm busy cooking. I'm busy cooking, and there's a sound that is growing. As a pioneer, I foresaw the genre growing, of which Lounge is doing quite amazing, more especially at Jozi. And there are gatherings that are pushing more the sound, and of which I've been getting more advices from other guys that have been on the industry, and yeah, that like the music that I'm currently doing, it's receiving a good reception, and also it's generating royalties through radio. So that's why I think I need to stay a little bit, even though I'll be doing remixes of deep house. But yeah, as a person that runs a stable, also capable of delivering such sound. So yeah, I'll be delivering this sound because obviously this is a genre that we have been sleeping on as producers. Because, for an example, when you attend some events, your picnics, they don't just play deep house from the set, like from on set. Doof, doof. They have to have some proper music. So I think I'm heading the right direction. In the next 4 or 5 years, I see most producers will be joining the road that I'm currently in slowly, because this might take 4 to 5 years to become what I want it to be.
I know, sibonge Myazisto.
Lindosh, umnandi.
No, mnandi Mbuga. Thank you, Jayam.
Olo. Exavox, ubuyi.
Yeah, writing in Kabila writing it. But I'm here. Siyabonga mfethu Myazisto. Thank you so much for joining us. But before via, uFrolic kumele afunde ukuphakamisisa isandla. Frolic, do you want to say anything before Myazisto hamba?
Hola.
Shafere Frolic.
Mnandi. Hayi, lo ngizimame nje inamba yazi. Noma nisirobhile ngey'ngoma zakhe kusenani.
Okay, siyabonga Frolic. Thank you for coming through again. Vale mic again, vale mic. Myazisto mfethu, ube safe bro wami. Enjoy the rest of the weekend. And sohlangana mfowethu.
Thank you, Baf. Thank you.
That is the music, Myazisto. Go check out his discography. He's got an amazing discography. If you never heard of him, today you did. But he's got more music out there that you can listen to. Our next guest is Gusto Jazz. Gusto Jazz, please grab the mic. Please grab the mic or request. Please. Before you go and play some music from Gusto Jazz, let's hear from one of our guests. Maybe Luigi has something to say for Myazisto. Luigi, are you still there?
Yeah, my brother. I'm still listening.
What are your thoughts, man, from Myazisto? Is there anything you'd like to share with him?
No. So far, everything he said, I think it's spot on, my brother. But yeah, I think I will try to elaborate further in terms of things like having investors and the ins and the outs of it. Because everything you need to understand what are the downsides and the upsides of it, and actually just evaluate what could work for you. Yeah, given the
Yeah,
situation nakhona at hand, what is it that you are trying to achieve with your project? But I will
what?
get deeper into that.
Yeah, I'm not driving, but thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Right. Thank
Let's
you, thank
test
you.
the mic of our next guest. Kusto Jazz, mic check, mic check. Welcome again to the Deeper Space.
Data, all right. Can you guys hear
Chapulke,
me?
yes, yes, loud and clear.
Okay. All right. No, thanks, man. I'm good, man. How's it?
Now that we are happy, we are happy back in this thing that we love, that we do on Fridays. How are you doing?
Nah, I'm okay, man. I'm okay. Hey, it's just a bit cold today, but hey, what can we say?
Oh, what is it? Choose, ne? Choose the concha.
Yeah.
Choose the weather. Choose. Marai. One takes a look. One takes a look. Hey, Gusto. But before we go on and play some of your music, you released a project today. Yes, Through the Storm. But please share with everyone who doesn't know you who Gusto Chaz is, and just give us a short summary of what Through the Storm by Gusto Chaz is. Thank you.
All right. Thank you. Yeah. So, Gusto Jazz, DJ producer from Klerksdorp in the Northwest, but currently based in Joburg. So, Through the Storm. I mean, I think the name says it all. It's been a tough couple of years, and that's what this project is about. It's basically just about reminding people that doesn't matter what you go through, always try to get up and keep moving. And that also that we serve a living God, you know. So yeah, it's basically about that. I mean, even if you look at the titles of um, the songs that are on there, you know, it speaks towards this theme as well. So yeah, that's basically what Through the Storm is about.
No, thank you so much, man. Thank you so much. As mentioned, Through the Storm came out today, so we're gonna play a couple of songs from it. If you haven't checked it out, please go and check it out. We're gonna play just three yana from it, and then it's your responsibility to go on and listen to the rest of the songs. There's like five songs there. There's five songs. Could you just which song should we start off with?
You can start off with the first one. Yeah,
First
the
track, you
first
know.
one is fine. Yeah.
Okay, first track is titled "Blessed and Highly Favored." This is track one, and the EP is released under House Code Records. What it take? We ready with track one, "Blessed and Highly Favored."
Mfana, it's a mix, but can I please play Keep Going and then I'll come back with that one. For now, can we go with Gusto Jazz, Keep Going?
I mean, put any mic before.
Hola?
Put any mic.
Ubani manje?
No, ngithi
Myazisto man.
thathen. Yeah, ngithi put any mic. Maybe
All
you
right,
guys
hi.
will need some people who want to direct questions to my artist.
Hlala lapho Myazisto, nawe siyakudinga lapho. Izinto.
Introducing the Deep House Space. My name is Euphonia. Imagine yourself lost in a world of pulsing bass lines, hypnotic melodies, and infectious grooves. Welcome to your haven for deep house delights. Let's embark on this sonic journey together.
Whatever you face in life, whatever you go through, I keep going. Whatever you face in life, whatever you go through, I keep going. I keep going. Yeah, I know. I tell my hands, Kondelela, Ungawa. Whatever you face in life, whatever you go through, I keep going. Whatever you face in life, whatever you go through, I keep going. I found it. I keep going. I keep going. Yeah, I know.
Hi, this is Myazisto the Force. You are currently tuned into the deep space. Please do share the space, invite others, and get ready for amazing music and great conversations.
Yes, absolutely. Thank you for joining us. You're listening to amazing music and great conversations, as Nkazi Zulu has mentioned. Let's give the mic to Tapelo. I see Tapelo, Godson. Tapelo, mic check, mic check. Tapelo just requested the mic mistake. Wait, let me try him again. Tapelo, VK, please unmute your mic. Okay. Tapel is not with us, but it's okay. Maybe he will come back. Maybe we'll come back eventually. Nkasi Zulu, first song that we played from Kusto Jazz, Keep Going. This one he has Tiani on it and Scobbs, Ramokala. Ramokala. I was actually thinking of something. The saying yeah, from the Xhosa nation, Yakowa. So they're adding now. But Yakowa and Ufamba Moyeni. Yeah, yeah, ne. Nkasi Zulu, please give us your thoughts.
You know what? I really like the message behind the song about Uti, even when life gets hard, just keep going. So with that, I have a question for Gusto Jazz. Gusto Jazz, how are you doing?
I'm okay, thanks. And how are you?
I'm good, thank you. I wanted to know that, or rather, you've been doing music for a while now, right? What keeps
Mhm.
you going during the tough times when you feel you have lost all motivation to create music?
Um, yeah, that's a tough one. Yeah, I mean, I think we all have, those periods where like you going through a block or something. But for me, I mean, there's a lot of YouTube videos, right, where people are showing you how to produce different styles and stuff, right? And I think also listening to the different genres and stuff, like it also helps with that. Like there's this artist from France. I'm not sure how you pronounce the name, but I think it's like Stromae or something like that. There's a concert of his on YouTube. It's like 2 hours. Like it's like a yeah, it's like a 2 hour concert. Like if you just look at the production on that concert, and when he's doing the performances there and stuff like that, like you just get motivated, by the things that people are doing out there through the music. So it's things like that that keeps me going, like in terms of trying out new things and exploring new things. Basically, I think that's what keeps me going.
All right, thank you so much.
Hi, Sawanga Nkasi Zulu. Thank you so much for that. Kustolcha, it's 2025 and you're still making music. Um, where is this thing going, Kustolcha? Are we fetching Grammys one day? Are we one day making I don't know, fill up the stadiums, Kokiani somewhere? Where are we going with this music thing?
All I'm gonna say, Voxman, is keep going, keep going, keep going. That's all I'm gonna say.
That's an easy one. That's an easy one. Okay, no, not time. I don't
Yeah,
time. Let's check whether
yeah.
DJ Bua can play the next song for us. Put DJ, are we ready with the next song?
We are ready with the next song, which was meant for the first song actually. Blessed and Highly Favored by Gusto Jazz. Enjoy.
This is Babizo, the brown skin Elsie, the one and only, and you are tuned into the Deep House Space.
Yes, you tuned into the Deeper Space, and thank you so much for joining us. The song we just played now is by Mr. Jazz, our second guest for today. The title of the song is Blessed and Highly Favored, which is track one on his very, very recent project, Through the Storm, that came out today. There's 5 tracks on it. We already played 2. You can go and actually purchase and more of the songs. Thank you for joining us. Let's give the mic to Frolik. Frolik has his hand up. Frolik one.
Ay, 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 ay. Ooh, ay. What a song, what a song, what a song. Ay, ay, ay. Yes, yes. No, I big ups, I track there. Oh.
Thanks a lot, Maji.
So, awungitshela uBrur, uqale nini ukuproducer?
Hey, yeah, it's been a long time, but I was on and off like in the beginning, right? So when I first started, like the first time, it was like 2010, 2009, somewhere there. I don't remember exactly, but then there was a break for a number of years in between, and then I only started again like in 2017, I would say. And then I dropped my first EP in 2019, and then from there, that's when it's been consistent.
Because to tell you the truth, angikwazi like ama-project wakho, it's the first time ngizwa nalo music lo ushayo, mara yo, otherwise, yes, big ups, man. Uyashaya,
Yeah, thanks, Maji.
you're good.
Thanks, bro.
No, siyabonga Frolik. Frolik mfethu, njengoba ngitshela, we've been doing this for 4 years. So when I'm also namhlanje owazi uGusto. Ngiyakutshela phela kunabantu abayi-1000 abantu ongabazi.
Yo. Hayi, mara no, neza kahle yabona, nisifake ey'ntweni phela.
Nakanjani Frolik.
Vula.
Let's give the mic to Empower RSA. Empower RSA, mic check. Empower RSA. Okay, Puya Muzu, Empower RSA, mina ngimuzwa mina.
Yo, Empower.
Okay, I think he's got a mic issue. It's okay.
Ah,
It's
make
okay.
issue, boys.
Uzobuya, mthoma kabuya. I think there's a
Ngizwa
glitch
Vox.
today. Oh yeah, he's finally here. There's a
Yeah.
glitch today on Twitter. If you're trying to DM, I don't think the DMs are going through. I'm not sure. And yeah, I think it's an update issue perhaps. But I think Empower is okay now. Empower?
Hola, Vox. Greetings to everyone on the space. Yeah, no, it also kicked me out when I first tuned in. I think, yeah, something is wrong, G. But hey, I've been listening to the song that you just played, man. Such a beautiful song. It also supports, I don't want to be too political about it or technical about it, but like, it's just something that I've been thinking about when I heard the rhythm of the beat. It follows something called, well, now called three step, which I've argued that it's not entirely a genre, it's just a production technique. But like, I really love that, that whole three step vibe. And then you have the chord progression with that electric piano. Yo, Gusto, bro, that's such a beautiful song, man. The simplicity in it, storytelling. Love it, brother. Love it.
Thanks, Maji.
No, Siyabonga Empower RSA. Thank you so much for grabbing the mic and being a part of the conversation. Puga, I think let's play the last song from Gusto Jazz, and then Puga, you'll come after the song. And then after Gusto Jazz, of course, we're gonna go to our last guest for today, which is Luigy RSA. He's also a DJ and music producer and entrepreneur. He's also making another appearance on the People Space. So Frolik ulinde mfethu baningi labantu laba ngiyakutshela babhaya ukuthi abapheli. But for DJ, what song are we playing?
Afrolika yekabacete laban babhaya blind. Next up, it's Gusto Jazz with 89 Music, Navigating the Unknown. Enjoy.
Yo, what's up, good folks? This is your boy T8 Deep, and you're listening to Deep House Space.
house space.
Yo, this is your boy, Pussy Black. You are now tuned into the Deep House Space. Hashtag the Deep House Space.
Yes, you tune into the Deep House Space, and thank you so much for joining us. The song I just played now is by our second guest for today, Mr. Jazz, and 989 Music. Title of the song is Navigating the Unknown. Let's give the mic to Kaizen. Kaizen, so uvule na mic. Follow my
Sure bafethu
Right.
niyaphila.
Bethi Kaizen, wena.
Ngimnandi. Ngithi umjida i-artist bafethu hayi yayishaya into yakhe. Siyabonga.
Siyabonga
Thanks,
Kaizen.
Mr.
Siyabonga Kaizen. Thank you for grabbing the mic, Kaizen. Kaizen, owangafaka isithombe sakho lapho ufaka uDiego Folani. Mara akunajive. Let's give the mic to Boga. Boy, DJ, any thoughts from your side? I think one ring no Gusto.
Next, Mara, we're giving to other speakers, Dinga vele sizwa amanye ama-thoughts wama-cheetah vele yabo, especially from the music side, especially from the listener side yabo, get to hear vele ukuthi ama-cheetah acabangani. But from my end, man, beautiful song, production ka-Mcheetah blind. Yo, Gusto,
Ola,
umunati njani?
Kimnatin Chaka, wena?
Blessed. Let's start with the name Njaka. Hey, fanda re fihlile ntwana ka Mexican name Njaka. La ha o letswa kae Njaka?
Hey, they used to call me Gustavo go high school. Um, yeah, and then Gusto just came from there. Like I felt like Gustavo is too long, and then I started killing Gusto, and then like in the earlier years of DJing, there was another Gusto. I didn't know from where, but like there was another Gusto, so there was a lot of confusion between me and him. And then I wanted to go with Abu Gusto Deep or something. Then I was like, but there's so many people going with something deep or something soul. So yeah, that's where the jazz came from. Because I think also in the beginning, when I started producing music, it was heavily influenced by jazz music, right? And I was trying to infuse the two genres. So that's where the jazz comes from. And then I just stuck with Gusto Jazz from there.
That's true, my G. That's true. There's a lot of us. Hey, but the DJ, we need to change. I need to change as well. Yeah, you're telling the truth, Njaka. You're telling the truth. With that, man, you mentioned something about taking a break. You took a breather, Nyana, while you were still in the beginning, in the process of making music. Of course, you took a breather and then you came back. And how important is it, man? How important as a producer it is for you to take a break, a bit of a breather, take a break far from music, and probably adventure to something else. From your side, what do you think about that? How do you see it?
I think it depends, right? It depends on why you're actually taking the break. So for me, I was just starting out Spanish, like my 9 to 5, because I'm a software developer. So like that's what I was focused on. So the music, like I just didn't have time. It's not like I actually decided, okay, I'm taking a break. I just didn't have time for the music because you're starting out in your career and now you're trying to make a name for yourself. Also, I know take one, and then no, you're not much. You're trying to just build a name for yourself. So at that point in time, like music is the last thing on your mind, right? But the thing about music is as well is that if you, as a creative, it calls you. Like literally, you can try to avoid it as much as you want to, right? But one day it's gonna it's gonna call you, So that's been the case for me, and that's why I just said, you know what, this is something that I have to do. I have to find a way to actually balance the two, my 9 to 5 and the music as well. So that's how we got to this point.
Ah, beautiful, Njaka, beautiful. Let me not waste any further time, Njaka. Let's give it to Folik. Probably has a question for you as well. Wabo. But Galebu
Oh, la.
Njaka, ne?
Wait, tough it.
Olo, olo. Except Folik.
It's not a question, it's a comment. Yabo. Yeah, as a person, you have to take a break. Pela, you're not a robot, you understand? You
Mm-hmm.
have to try about self-reflection, focus on other things. But ungathathi isikhathi kakhulu because the music that's trending now, it's not good music. You can't lose out on such good music yabona, for a long time. Yeah, take a rest, Mara. Not too long, bro.
Yeah, no, definitely. I mean, I agree with you, right? And also, I mean, the other thing is also you shouldn't also rush the music, right? Like
Yeah.
for me, this EP was actually supposed to have dropped last year, you know. But I think at that point in time, for me, the tracks that I had there was just one track that I was happy with, and that's the track that I released last year, titled "The Trust Factor." That song was supposed to be on this EP, but I decided, you know what, this EP is not ready, and I'm not going to rush it. So I just dropped that single, and then I took my time in finishing this EP, and yeah. So I think
Uh,
also you shouldn't rush the music as well. Like if it feels right, if you feel that you are ready, then you can drop it. But don't rush because like of whatever is happening out there, or I don't know.
it's far, it's far. It's far. Asbonga.
Sure.
Siyabonga kakhulu Frolik. Siyabonga Frolik. Ukuqhela mic. Kazi Zulu, last remarks from your end for Tuso Jazz.
I think maybe before the last remarks, Gusto Jez, where can people find you on your socials? What are your handles? Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. My handles. I'm at Gusto Jazz SA on all socials. TikTok, Facebook, Twitter. Yeah. At Gusto Jazz SA.
All right. Is there anything else? I don't know if this question has been asked. Oh my gosh. Is there anything else that is coming up from you this year? Anything we are to expect?
Yeah, so there will be more releases this year. For now, I'm not so sure if it's gonna be like an EP or just singles, because there's also gonna be collaborations with other artists as well. So yeah, there is more music to come this year.
Okay, no, we're definitely looking forward to that. And Siyabonga kakhulu for coming through and training us.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
Yes, Tuso Jazz, as Kazi Zulu mentioned, thank you so much, brother, for joining us. Till next time. Till next time. For now, enjoy the weekend and please be safe, brother.
Thanks, my G. You too.
Thank you so much. That is Gusto Jazz, our second guest for today. Straight into our third guest is Luigi RSA. Puga DJ, please cue in some music yeah, for Luigi RSA. But for now, I'd like to give him the mic just to hear some of his thoughts regarding the recent songs that he's released and to share with everyone on the space. Luigi RSA. Luigi RSA, mic check again.
Yo, my brother, how's it?
Nah, man, it's still good, brother. It's still good. Your side?
Uh, no, it's all good, man. Thanks for everybody who joined us on the space. And yeah, Luigi is the behind the scene and the front scene guys. Like I'm the best of both worlds. So, yeah, the song I released last week, it's a single. It's titled Mood Swings. Mood Swings because, hey, when I was making that song, I was going through a lot of emotions. Like I would get overexcited, get happy, then get sad and disappointed all at the same time. So hence the title Mood Swings. But yeah, I'm glad which I finally got to make it happen after I sent the project to my boy Juggernaut. Shout out for him to actually for actually putting it all together the way I actually wanted it to be. All that sound. He's the guy who actually made my dream come true on that one. So big shout out to him. I usually say to people, or if you make a song from the start to the finish, only one, then you are doing something wrong because this thing must be about the collaboration. That's how we build a movement. and an industry at large.
Hi, Siyabonga Luigi. We previously had Luigi RSA, I think, for his Era 4. Yeah. Last year, he released Era 4, Era. No? Yeah, Era EP. And that was like somewhere in May. So that was the first time we actually had Luigi on the People Space. So today he's making another appearance on the People Space. What did Jay? Are we ready to play the first song from Luigi? Are we ready to play Mood Swings?
Yes, sir. In queue, playing Luigi with Juggernaut Mood Swings. Enjoy.
Yo, this is your boy, OC Black. You are now tuned into the Deep House Space. Hashtag the Deep House Space. cyber music, and you are tuned into the Deep House Space.
And you're tuned into the deep house space.
Yes, we tuned into the deeper space, the only show in the planet where we get to hear the music and actually talk to the producer. The only show on the planet. If there's a better one, please show me, please. We born, and if it's better than us, the guy 100 rand. Man, but anyway, the song just played is Mood Swings by Luigy RSA and Juggernaut. This one came out as a single on the 16th of May under Eternal Music. Kasi Zulu?
As I always mention, I am a big fan of young producers because, as I always say, they see things very different from us. You know, there were so many elements on that song which shouldn't have worked, but they worked, and I always find that quite fascinating. Luigi, how are you doing?
I'm fine, my sister. How are you doing today?
Nkona. You earlier on, Myazisto spoke about investors, and you said you wanted to chip in. Are you happy to chip in now about investors and tell us more, or if you've had any experiences with them?
Okay, yeah. Okay, so about investors, basically what you need to understand, you need to know exactly what is it that you're getting yourself into. Same way when you drive a car, a car is a very dangerous mode of transport, but because you learn how to operate it, that's how you end up being able to make it as safe as possible. So having investors, it's a very same concept. You need to know what happens if I sign this deal, or what's not gonna happen if I don't. And better yet, you need to understand what am I willing to lose to gain whatever that's gonna come out of this investment, based on whatever that is it that you're negotiating or that you agree with whoever who's gonna be investing in your craft. So yeah, I think the key word here is just educate yourself. You need to know exactly what you want out of the investment, and uh, I usually tell people, Hore, they must look before when you enter a room. You know, when a soldier walks into a room, the first thing they look for are the exit points. How are you going to escape if things go south? So you need to know, even in a deal, investment deal, or whatever sponsorship or endorsement, you need to know what is it that you're going to need to do in order to exit that deal. Yeah, boss. So yeah, I think just educate yourself on what is it that you're willing to lose and what is it that you are willing to not lose. Then you can sign it. You decide whether to sign the deal or not to sign the deal. Otherwise, all in all, investments are very good. Like, they take you far. This process, the creative industry is a very expensive industry. You can never really survive on your own without the third parties help financially. Yeah, like, you need all the support that you can get.
No, thank you for that. You explained that so nicely. Thank you.
Right, Siyabonga Kasi Zulu. And shout out to Luigi RSA. Shout out, man. I think he gave a small, good lecture. Let's give the mic to Frolic. Frolic, sasekhona lapho Frolic.
Ngisasekhona. I'm still here.
Any thoughts ngengoma zaka Luigi?
The songs, yeah, so far so good, so far so good. Mara namhlanje sifikele ne. Ngichathe ngembiza nethi noshaya inamba. Nafutha.
Frolic iyakutshela sibalezi hawa yisi manje.
Nafutha nokufutha.
Hawa. Mfethu, before sivula ispace siyagabha nokugabha mfethu. Kube nabokhokho. But no, shout out to Frolic, man. Siyabonga Point, thank you for joining us. Point DJ, the one with my club.
Hola, hola, hola. We're still here, still here. Unfortunately, if you just joined us, where have you been? Where have you been? But it's not a problem. We're still with our artist Luigi here on the mic. Excellent, Luigi. How are you, brother?
Yeah, I'm good. I'm good, my brother. How are you today?
Re blessed in Jaka, re blessed. Wa utlwa monna ba re re shapa number monna. Ba re re tshela
Hey,
tshepe monna. Ra tshela.
ke ntwa ya lwana.
Re bapala ra tshela. Monna re tlo shapa thupa monna. A number re tlo shapa mfana. Njaka, let's tap into it, Nja. I mean, you mentioned that already about investors, but also do we have to talk? In fact, can we talk about, in as much as they are investors, can we also speak about the record labels which are there? I mean, right now, Nja, with the growth of AI music, I mean, AI can be able, if you do the command prompts properly, Mfana, it could do for you a song. In that includes a mixing and mastering. That includes vocals, everything. Do you think within nowadays where we still at, Mfana, do you think a record label it's a need? Is it a must? Something that you could run to? Do we need it, or with the growing of AI right now, everything is your own on yourself?
My brother, AI, it's a tool, a very good tool, by the way. It can help you make a song, ne? Mar, with AI, you can only refine maybe just two touch ups there and there. You can't really make a nice song that can have emotion, like that can have a soul into it. Ka AI fela. That's why you still need to have like a proper composition. So yeah, AI is a very good tool. You can refine your songs there, but where the record label comes in is that whether independent or like a major. Okay, well, a major can help you financially and the connection wise if you're not willing to go down that route by yourself. But if you go down the independent route with your own independent record labels, first of all, what you need to understand, by being independent, you don't work alone. You just have your own army that is willing to fight in your own terms. You know, when the president call out the soldiers on you now, you can never stop. Like if the president says, "Yeah, we are doing an attack on a so," soldiers don't question; they do exactly that. So that's exactly the approach that you take when you are independent. Have your own soldiers that are willing to fight for you in your own terms. Mara, you can have the guys on the background, like have the guys behind the scenes who are doing the things for you. It doesn't mean or you do everything all by yourself. You learn how to design your graphics, you compose a song, you mix it, and you master it all by yourself. No, like you have your own team that does everything for you. So yeah, to answer your question, uh, a record label are still very much in need. That's a money making machine. You need that money to fund your creative process. And then AI is not really a threat. It's just a tool that helps you do more of what you want to do. You refine whatever idea that you've already started working on. So it's not really a competition to a producer or a composer.
Aye, beautiful, Jaka. Beautiful, beautiful. And with that, Mna, with where you are right now and the music that you've been releasing, would you say, Huru, you are happy, Mfana? Are you satisfied? Or is there still more that you would love to do and you'd love to present to us? What's more for Luigi?
Currently, where I am right now, I'm very happy, but I'm not comfortable. I'm working on something. But like Mara, where I am right now, this was the goal from the start. So I'm taking this thing one level at a time. But trust me, there's more coming. I'm still working.
Hi, beautiful Njaka. Kelebile haholo Njaka, ne?
Thank you, my brother. Thank you, my brother.
Hola, my king. Hola, my king. Except Vox.
No, my shout out to Luigi. My shout out to Luigi for being a great guest, just like Myazisto was, and Mr. Jazz also was too. Next week, Rudy Kastik going to be joining us, and perhaps Ngomezulu, yeah, just need to confirm, also be joining us, and one more. But that's the lineup for next week. We'll be here again from 12. Shy number, and Young Frolika, so we'll be shy number and have great conversations. But for now, I think Boa can play the second song, like Luigi, and then we'll give some last remarks after this, and then we'll call it today. And try to teach him in person, let's hear, man. We talk, blind. What did you say? What darling go, man?
Last tune as we're sending off Luigi as well. It is titled Go Deeper by Luigi. Enjoy.
Hey yo, this is Muhammad Chosen, and you're listening to the Deep House Space.
Hi, this is Floyd of Fly Like Jeans. And this is Menu of Fly Like Jeans. You are now listening to the Deep House Space.
the underground, where music's deep and the vibes are real. Your weekly dose of deep house is here. Let's get lost in the music. Hashtag the deep house space.
Yes, let's get lost in the music. Just by Kuni and says. And this is Deep House Space. The song I just played now is by Luigi RSA. Go deeper. Empire SA has raised his hand. Empire SA,
Yo,
hit the mic.
yeah, no, you know what? Like I've just gotten a new favorite, man. Yeah, Luigi, bro. Fuck. Yo, man, just listening to the song, this is what deep house sounded like when I was starting to become a collector now. When I would put aside money that my parents would give me for lunch, and then every Friday, tingy data, 1 gig MTN. It starts at midnight all the way to 6. This is what house music sounded like, bro. Like, yo, the song just took me back, brother. Like, beautiful track, man. Had to go put it up on my Apple Music. I'm gonna be bumping this one. Big ups, brother. Big ups. Love the song.
Luigi, what's he pick up for the song? Did you hear Empire SA?
My brother, please can you repeat the question? I didn't get that.
Oh no, he was giving compliments to the song, but Empire SA, you wanna go again?
Oh yeah, no. I was basically saying, man, that this is a new favorite of mine, the Go Deeper song, because I it just took me back to the times in high school where I would put money aside basically from the lunch cash that I would get from my parents and then buy data and I would dig some house music. So hearing the sound, the chord progression, the bass line and the structure of the beat, like this is how house music sounded like Mina Mange and I would deep. I understand. So like it's such a beautiful song, brother. Like big ups.
Luigi, did you get that?
Oh, yeah. No, I get that, my brother. Hey, thanks a lot, Empower. I was actually one of those weirdos as well. I know exactly what you're talking about. I can relate to that. So yeah. You know, I actually got the name Luigi back in those days where I would play a TV game. There was a game that was called Super Mario. Super Mario's brother there was Luigi. And all they did was to collect the coins while overcoming the obstacles. So the name Luigi for me came from seeing Uguti in my life. I'm doing exactly that. So I was like, you know what? I am that guy. So I came up with Luigi. So it was one of those times, and a deep house sounded exactly like that.
No, thank you, Luigi. Shout out, brother. Shout out. Myazisto, are you still there? Let's try him again. Myazisto, are you still there? Okay, Myazisto is not with us, but it's okay. Empower, you had your mic unmuted. Yeah, go ahead, Voice. Go ahead.
No, bengifuna ukuza uLuigi ukuthi like so where does he take inspiration from? Because I know with me, in as much as I've mentioned that era of house music where it sounded like this, I'm sort of still stuck in that, and we have deep house sort of evolves in terms of sound. So for him to even make that kind of sound, where does he take that inspiration from?
Hey, my brother, it's just I dive into my childhood memories from time to time. So I even go back and listen to the old school classics. Then yeah, I take a thing or two from there, then mix it up together and blend it with the modern sound. So that's how I actually come out with things like that. But yeah, it's just a collection of various components from all over. So I mixed them all together. That's how I managed to make it work with that type of sound, my brother. Otherwise, yeah, and basically just collaborating with the other guys. I can never not emphasize on collaboration. Like they take you far, my brother. You get other people who are on the same page, trying to achieve what you're trying to achieve. Then you work together towards a common goal. That's how you get ahead of everything, my brother.
Lovely, brother, man. Lovely, man. I'm gonna be listening to your entire catalog, bro. Yo, that track just blew me away, brother.
One love, one love. You should check it out, my brother. There's more actually.
Na siyabonga emphakathi siyabonga kakhulu. Solid, any closing remarks for it for vandaag?
Hayi, sibonge for i-show, sibonge ama-guest, sibonge nabalaleli. Hayi, namhlanje it was really a good show indeed. Oh, and Luigi, ngine-challenge for wena. Ngathi ungashaya i-remix nyana ye-theme song yakho yabona. Oh, tsiri tsi tsiri ti 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 ti. Awube creative, sizwe ukuthi uphethe yini.
My brother, I'll try. I'll actually work on that. It's not going to be a problem. Honestly, you just gave me a challenge that I think I really need to do. So I'll see what I can do. I'll tap into it.
Hola hola mpintshi, sibonge for music man.
Shout out, Folik. Folik has just been here for like the past 2-3 weeks, yeah, no? 2-3 weeks, yeah, no? And
Third week,
he's been consistent. Third week, ne? Aye.
yeah.
Champion. And next week is corner. And next week is corner. Like I'm telling you, short.
Hayi, zonjoyina waya.
No, Pana, thank you so much. Thank you so much. Luigi, thank you so much, man, for joining us. I think it's been an absolute pleasure yet again that we've had you as a guest. We've had you play some music. We've had you converse with us, and we've actually played some of your music. Anything else that's coming up for the year that we can expect as fans and as the Deep House Space so that we can bring you on again?
Yeah. That's actually more, my brother. Yeah, even next week, by the way, we still have like next week. It's a highly anticipated song, my brother. Like it's great. Like everybody wants to hear that song. That gospel house. It's a sound that I just thought, bah, let me just tap into this. After seeing what God has done for me so far, so I was like, you know what, I need to tap into one of those gospel house tracks. So it's a very beautiful song. It's gonna drop again next week on Friday. Yeah, and then there will be more coming. Like I think I'm just gonna drop every Friday. I don't know until when, but yeah, every Friday I'm gonna have something definitely. Until.
No, hi. We give thanks. We give thanks, Luigi. Thank you so much for being an amazing guest. And we look forward to hearing more music. But before Tamaya, Kazi Zulu, any last remarks for Luigi and today's show?
Okay, Luigi, I'm going to ask you what I asked Gusto Jazz. Where can people find you on socials?
On socials, everywhere. IG, Facebook. It's Luigi underscore RSA in all the platforms. Luigi underscore RSA. If it doesn't have an RSA, it's not me. So yeah, and TikTok as well. I've tapped into TikTok. I'm actually liking TikTok. I just started on TikTok, so I think yeah, it's given me a great response so far. So yeah, TikTok as well, still Luigi underscore RSA. So yeah, we're working. I'm sharing most of my exclusive stuff over there.
Thank you so much for that. I would like to thank you to everyone who joined us today. Your namhlanje was interesting. We learned about investors, and I think out of all the editions we have had, today there were a lot of people who came up to speak, which was cool. And Ufrolik, before we come here, I know that killed me. But I would like to wish everyone a happy weekend, and I would like to say thank you to to our regulars who join us every week without fail. We appreciate you guys so much and have a happy one.
Hayi, siyabonga Nkosi Zulu. Siyabonga kakhulu Nkosi Zulu. Frolik, the hand is up.
Ya, hayi vele ngathi ngichathile, ngiyasola mhlambe nemoringa ikhona lapho.
Hi. Hi. Luigi, please give us the last remarks for today.
Hey, indaba yemoringa. Okay, now, question, what did I want to say? Sorry about that. Yeah, but I actually just want to say to artists, learn more about the business, invest in education. It's not just about what goes on in the studio, the creative process. I know it's fun, Mara. It's not the only thing, and it's not the major portion, and it's not the major thing to worry about. The major thing will remain and forever be the business side of things. Because I can assure you, everybody on their hard drives, I know you have millions of unreleased songs there, which is gonna need a business. You need a model for you to be able to release all that and turn it into a cash generating asset. So yes, business, learn more about the different types of deals, publishing deals, the recording deals, sync deals, and endorsement deals as well. Like do your own branding. Yeah, so basically all that stuff you need to know all those things, like approach brands, the licensing deals, how they work. Yeah, I think once you master those, you're actually in a good space to know what to do with your brand next.
No, hi. Thank you so much, Luigi. Thank you so much for the last remarks. Thank you so much for your appearance on the Dimple Space. Soonest, yes, soonest we'll get you on back again. Naranja. Let's see where wasn't given last remarks. Okay. Empire say last remarks for today.
I know Siyabonga Vox, Siyabonga, another great space, man. Yo, the guests have just been incredible. I joined in on that last track, Myazisto. I couldn't comment on that, but like, yo, nayo, linambali Drew. Yeah, shy. But no, man, I appreciate it. It's been a while since I've been here and had some free time today. I'm like, let me join in with the family, and I'm blown away once again. Appreciate. I hope you guys are good and warm wherever you are. Otherwise, thanks to the guest, thanks to Luigi, bro. The advice that you dropped here is phenomenal. I wish artists could take that very seriously. Education is very important, especially in the music and the business side of music. But otherwise, man, a lovely space. It's time for me to go re-listen to all the music that I've saved from today's space. Thanks.
Siyabonga, Siyabonga Empower. Shout out, brother. Thank you for joining us and being here.
For sure,
Poetic
man.
J, Stella, this guy last remark here, and it's always thank you again for being the great DJ that you are and playing the music for us. It's always a pleasure. Njoba ngihlezi ngitshela one day sokuhafa, one day sokuhafa. Sofika lelo langa lelo program. Themba. From my end, shout out to each and every person. Thank you so much for your time. Meet again next week, next week Friday from 12 p.m. with new guests and amazing music as always. Pua is going to give us his last remarks and he's going to play us the last song. Thank you and cheers. Every Friday.
Olo, 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 olo. I know, Mfana. You know, we're doing it for the love of good music, for the love of good music. Man will come, will follow us. If you're doing it for the love, man will follow. Thank you to each and everyone, man, who came through. Thank you to each and everyone who grabbed the mic. You know, thank you to each and everyone who shared the space. Thank you to each and everyone who is a good listener every day, who comes every week for good music. You're not allowing your friends to listen to bad music, like Vox always says. From me, Upuga, we are signing out, guys. Please be safe, be good, enjoy your weekend, and remember, whatever you're doing, it's a choice. Especially since ukubanda manje, it's winter. Laba bahlala eCape Town say summer, it's another country, but yeah, tina ngapha in the real country, South Africa, it's cold. It's winter. So guys, please be safe, be good, enjoy the rest of your weekend. Signing off. We are signing out with C Moody and Soul Touch Deep, Balance M. Enjoy. Ololo.
Hi, this is Floyd of Lilac Jeans. And this is Menu of Lilac Jeans. You are now listening to the Deep House Space.
Introducing the Deep House Space. My name is Euphonia. Imagine yourself lost in a world of pulsing bass lines, hypnotic melodies, and infectious grooves. Welcome to your haven for deep house delights. Let's embark on the sonic journey together.
And you're tuned in to the Deep House Space, 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 space,
No, he's fucking good. That nigga don't miss, man. He's good. In the heat of battle, he don't miss. In the heat of controversy, he don't miss. This motherfucker.
Bongani mehlo makhulu. The deep house space. Grace upon these platforms that expose the undiscovered. As we enter, we breathe fire from the other side. Conquer and divide. By our rules we will abide. House music is in control. Now turns the tide. In our house, we are one. Connected with the rhythm. My name is Bongani Mehlo Makhulu, and you're tuned into the deep house space.
No. Take care, everyone. Take care. Nibe mnandi. Vox, vala up.